Hey community, just wanted to welcome you guys back again. I know it's been a rough couple months. The economy's obviously, done a phenomenal number on us here at the end in the last couple months. I mean, the only good thing is if you think about it, these are phenomenal buys right here. This is just a great time to get in, to buy what you want to buy, what you were buying anyways. Now it's discounted. So get in there quick before, this happens. What we're going to go into today is we're going to go into how to build your pies. We're going to talk about how to set that up. So here you are at the beginning page here, your portfolio page. You can see everything, your information. I'm going to go to research, right? And when you go into research, you're going to see this thing that says My Pies. You're going to click on that. And as you can see, I have some that I fooled around with. You could see the ones that I use in my pie. And we're going to go over that in a minute. So what you're going to want to do is click Create New Pie. And then obviously here you are. Here's a bunch of stocks I've used in the past. They bring them right up. You can go by market capitalization, big companies, small companies, whatever you want to do. You can set them PE ratios, like say you want a company that's lowly valued. You want a 10P ratio, 10P ratio. You'll get these companies that are in that range of 10 to 10, and you could change it. Say you want really low value companies that are cheap, that are not low value, but they're cheap compared to their earnings. You could do a 5 to 10P ratio. Now look at all these companies that right now, because of the market, are at low PE ratios, which is a phenomenal buy. Now, if you are new to investing, you don't know what PE ratio is. It's a price to earnings. It's how much you pay for every dollar of profit that a company makes, right? So you can go through and do all that stuff. And let's just get rid of that because I have a few stocks in mind that I want to add personally. And they have a search symbol up here at the top. So you're going to want to diversify and have different things. I personally like VNQ. That's a Vanguard real estate fund. It does pretty well. As you can see, it's kind of leveled off when other people were, sinking pretty hard, especially real estate. A lot of the other real estate in my portfolio has taken a beating and a half right now. So for this to be able to hold, it's done pretty phenomenal in this not recession, but let's say pre-recession or a correction territory. It's done pretty well actually for correction territory. And as you can see, it's up today 2.2%, which is great. So what I'm going to do is add that to my basket. And what we're going to do is we're going to look up VPU, which I also like a lot, and that's the Vanguard's Utilities Fund. Is also, as you can see, done pretty well in these correction times. It's actually held up pretty well. Now, this is a portfolio I'm going to make for my Roth IRA. This is for later in retirement. This is something I want to be, not stable, a little risky, but more so just funds. I'm not going to go too crazy with it. As you know, I already have 70 stocks in my personal portfolio. So we're just going to add things like this. Just a little safe demonstration tool. We can add it, and then I'm going to have one more that I'm going to add. That's IVV. So everyone should know this. This is the S&P 500 fund. This is the whole U.S. stock market, the top 500 companies. So as you can see, obviously this is held up pretty well as well in the in this correction. It's obviously had a dip, but it's came back. So I'm going to add that to my basket as well, and then. So this created a new pie. We're going to call it New Pie 417 2020. You can change this name to whatever you want, and you can change it, I believe, in the edit. And yeah, you can change the name here. So let's call it Roth IRA. That's what I'm going to be using it for. We'll name it that, and we'll, description: retirement, come my way. And what we're going to do is you can obviously, another thing I wanted to show you is you can change the percentages. So say you wanted the majority of it to be in the S&P 500, you can raise that percentage, you can lower it. And so say you had 10 things, you could have 10 things at 10% each. You can have, however you want to split it up. I mean, you could have 100 stocks at 1% share each, or you could have 100, you could have 2 stocks, 99% share for one, 1% for the other. The only thing is that you have to keep in mind is that it has to be a percent. So if you want to do fractions of a percent, what that's going to end up having to do is you're going to have to, I'll say you go to back to your invest account, right? And say okay, I want to have a pie within a pie. I want more than 100 holdings. I want to split it into fractions of a percent for a stock. You can do that, but the way to do that is now going into that account, and you're going to browse my pies that you just made, and say I'm going to use if I can find it here. I don't know if I'm blind or, yep, Roth IRA. So we're going to grab that Roth IRA pie and we're going to add it. So here you can see it's 100% of my portfolio, right? So now 100% of my portfolio gets broken up into 33% of VNQ, 34% into IVV, and 33% into VPU, which is 100% of that money. So if you put $100 in, $100 goes in there, 33 goes to one, 33 goes to the other, and 34 goes to the last one. Splits it up for you. And that's the benefit of these pies, is that every time you throw money in, it's going to know which pies are falling short and need extra money to get back up to your allocation, and it's going to do that for you automatically. And I have a video on that. It's how to rebalance your pie, and it's a really good video to watch if you're not sure how to rebalance or what the case may be. You don't want to have a taxable event happen. So if you're thinking about moving money in your pie and rebalancing, you should check that video out. If you want to make percentage of percentages, let's add another one of my pies right here. My pies, and say we throw in my whole portfolio, boom, and now you have my portfolio in there. Let's add it to the basket, and now you have my portfolio in Roth IRA. But obviously you can see it's in red. You can't have 0% of your portfolio going to something. So say I want to take this down and put 90% in there and 10% into my basket. Now I have well over 70 stocks in this portfolio, but now you can see how those 70 stocks are now going to be split up from 10%. So if I throw $100 in there, $10 will go to this section, and that $10 is going to get split 70 ways. So now you're at way less than a fraction of a percent. So split it up that way. Now I already have this in the portfolio. I already have that set up. So I'm actually going to, take that out of this portfolio, remove it. So we're going to have just the Roth IRA, but we obviously can't leave it at 90%. Let's bring it back up to 100. And now you can see how, let's save that. Now you can see how my portfolio is set up. It has the pie, which obviously there's nothing in there right now, so it's not split. But if you click it, you can see this is what it's split into, the sections. Obviously there's no money in there yet. I'm going to have to fund that account. But just this is basically a basic walkthrough for those who are new to M1 Finance, for those who are trying to learn how to set up your pie. This is basically going to get you there. And as you're putting your money in, it's going to do that rebalancing for you. It's a really great site. I love M1. I've had even though right now I'm down on my portfolio, I mean, every single person is. I've been able to make a lot of money in the past, as you see, over time. I mean, I've only had this portfolio a short amount of time, and it's gone up significantly before the crash. So it's something that's going to really help you to save money, invest money, and I would suggest it to anyone. I mean, if you guys have any other questions or any comments on the video, we really appreciate that. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. That shows a lot of support to me, and I really appreciate the community when you guys do that. I just wanted to say thank you guys, and I'll catch you next time. Thank you.